United States of America.
Yeah,
6
baby.
of them in the server, ready to rumble on Anubis. As Des mentioned, Complexity should be pretty happy with this one, considering it's a map that they turn to quite frequently. M80, obviously a massive void to fill.
Interesting that Complexity won the knife and have elected to start on the CT side.
Yeah, look, I think as far as this map goes, it does have a T bias, but people have definitely got a good hold on the CT side. And if Complexity are able to snowball some momentum off of this pistol, they could run away with this best of one. Grim aggressive, wanting to kick things off in style, and that's a nice USP headshot to start.
Yeah, Slag's just sent straight down. IV4 advantage seized. Long-range engagement is an important fight to be taking, but so is that one. Swisher has tried to open up the B bomb site. Sin has to run away with just 20 points of health. Floppy couldn't quite find the double. Elige, however, active, looking to pursue that bomb carrier.
Sandwiched.
He is sandwiched in. This is a very important duel for Lake. His overlooked position does adjust, hits the headshot necessary. Find ourselves into an intriguing 3v3.
Yeah, Lee's getting caught in limbo there, not committing to either fight, and you can see he just got spotted to that slither. So his death, how much is it going to cost them? JT still with 2 flashes and the defuse kit, and the worst case scenario, you can see on the radar, Floppy's actually elected to play a bit more of a retake setup, so they're able to get a lot of space if they want to continue to contact in here. M80, the smoke on Sin, likely to see that deployed towards the temple position. Oh, okay, well, Floppy, I say he's not going to have any say. Had an opportunity, but now the bomb will go down. Retake.
JT equipped with the kit. Double flash still as well, so he can actually flash them through or after this smoke fade. Waits for his teammate, Halzak, arriving from the temple side. They could do push and force Floppy out, but the trade isn't there. It's Lake having a round. Triple kill for the new addition to M80. And JT, he can't get anything done. They're going to be feeling very good about that one. That was a 4v5. Slacks especially, you can see him on the screen there. Big smile on his face. He was the first to go down. And a bit of an overstep perhaps from Elige. That kind of started the house of cards to go tumbling.
Yeah, curious that he didn't continue that fight over towards B. But overall, even with how the round plays out after the bomb goes down, it's M80 the ones wanting to stay proactive. They're not just happy to sit back with the space they have over towards Dark, over towards the pillar. They could have held on the platform. They've pivoted forward. They've taken the fight, and they've, well, found some impact off of Lake. We've got a molly at the ready. This will be towards the window position. It is a force buy for Complexity. Have to stick the landing on this, and that tag is a good way to start.
Yeah, that's a horrible feeling for Slacks. Doesn't feel like he can leave T-stairs without a wound or a death. Really limits his options. You might want to see the Galil given over to Sin, but too much ground to cover. Missed nade. Not quite on the mark. JT and his teammate just going to be holding outside.
No utility for Complexity to try and block remaining, just a flash on JT. So going through the protocols is Sin. Hasn't actually investigated to see just how clear it is. Noisy on the rotation. Now Rec working on this A main space. Gonna use their last Molotov to make sure baskets. Oh, it's clear, there you have it.
Forces Floppy back. Weakens mid. Elige low will fall back after the initial shot.
Time might become the biggest problem for M80 here.
45.
If they wait too long, you can see they're still quite spread out across the map. The bomb currently in limbo over towards T-stairs.
Alza Scout looks destined for glory. Another tag, and this time converted. Floppy gets it. Now they know they can pivot over. Spotting Halzak, it's indication of only 2 towards B. But this is just the team play from Complexity, looking very clean with this one. Long-range MP9 cleans up another. Grim just farming frags, and with 18 seconds left, with 2 HP left, Lake's got nothing. He's just got a bullet straight to his belly, and the second round is Complexity's.
Yeah, a bit skittish. You've got to try and take that space. I think we can also hear the real Jason Lake yelling. He's in the building. He's on site. So roll CT, bring me the pistols. They were unable to get the pistol, but CT round.
I felt like I almost heard him say that. He's probably in the front row.
Well, he's not allowed to stand behind them and kick chairs anymore.
Those were the days. Yeah, skittish. What a beautiful phraseology for an advantage for you in the weapon department, and yet just looking like you're a bit cagey.
Well, they were going through the paces of doing a default and trying to get the map control. Very standard to pressure and get dark and pressure and get A main, but there was no real finish, and they just ran into their demise after the scout tags from Halzak. So losing that weapon to great success, regardless of not getting a kill.
This looks promising. Grim's going to have his work cut out for him here, and yeah, pulling out that mollies. They've given him space to get in. One slips jail. That's threatening. Grim's got a lot of angles, still manages it well. Finally brought down, but the damage is done. A recovered rifle for Rek. And now he's got a lot to do. 2 towards the connector position, 2 to behind that temple smoke. He's a dead man walking. Here's Rek.
You take the plant, will they allow it? That's the next question.
Oh, you would love a plant. And that was rapid out of Floppy.
Just run on down. All right, well, Complexity, you forced them onto an eco. Should be the third, almost, but a guarantee. And to start building a bit of the CT bank, and then we'll see just how aggressive Complexity either want to be or feel they have to be. Because if they're able to approach their rifle rounds the same way they did that force by, just sit back, allow M80 to be the ones to make the mistakes or the misplays, the unforced errors, could be up for an absolute bag of rounds. And you have to feel for M80 a little bit. Obviously, the Manx situation, and they get Sin. It's like, okay, well, yeah, we've got a leader. Things are working. Then Malb's now being poached with his potential taken to G2. We'll get to see them later today against Spirit. The first quarter-final, best of 3, that one. Monacy versus Donk, if that's not a headline that gets you excited for your Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? Thursday. Thursday evening.
Thursday, my
Lost today.
But yeah, I mean, it's the curse of being the contender. Is that you know when you start to show promise, people go shopping for your superstar.
Well, apparently it was a few bags, not just one bag. Cost them a few. So G2 splashing cash on Malbs.
Yeah, well, if G2 come knocking on your inbox, I'm sure you're going to be adding a 0.
Oh, JT just looked away. Got caught in the crossfire. Grim an opportunity to have these stats, and he'll be able to do so with ease. Unarmored Glocks. Everyone's favorite time for kills. So there you have it. Halzok will find the frag. See if he can scoop this rifle up, get that scout out of his hands. He'd love to equip an AWP going into the first real rifle round of this first half of play.
Yeah, and that CT's choice start from Complexity, it's going to be feeling very good if you've not only won this second round force bite, but coming in with the first gun round, you're going to have a real advantage coming into that second half.
Yeah, just taking a look, Alicia's got a spawn-based T-stairs smoke, so we might see aggression behind this. Will it be an A main push? Will it be a dark pick? You can see Rek responding. You have to block the C2s who want to go aggressive when you see this type of smoke come out from spawn. You don't want to forego all the canals control immediately. So negated for now by that molly, but they could still take this on a bit of a secondary timing. The half-life of that smoke gives you those options. 2 starting towards A main, 2 towards B, and that was Alicia in middle, who's now on the float back towards the B site. Flash towards A main just to keep them interested. Deep molly there, so should be able to get this dark control without too many issues. Oh, missed the nade for the clear on the smoke there. You saw that with X-Ray. That was Sin trying to make that one a possibility. So these little unforced errors making the space that M80 are hoping to take be on more of a delayed timing. And look how telegraphed this could potentially be if there's any frisky business. Floppy and the likes of Halzok over towards A saying nobody home, no noise, nothing. They haven't got baskets control, whatever.
45, it looks like they're second-guessing it. No, starting to posture for it. Alicia's had time to rotate through, though. A 3-man B hold. It's going to be tough to break through for M80. JT, deleted by Rek. Need a response out of Grim, and he finds it onto May. Swivels back, finds a second. He's done his part. Now it's time for Elige, getting away with the one, and now reloading is Lake. 1v3. Molly will kill Elige. Oh, actually, the headshot will. Nice work from him. Looking sharp today. But is this 1 versus 3? Oh, not impossible whatsoever. Floppy. A couple of times he's denied Lake the chance.
Lock it down.
Lock it down.
Lock it down.
Yeah, baby.
Well, so far so good. And another round that felt awfully telegraphed, right? There's no pressure in middle. There's no pressure towards A main. You have to be asking yourself, all right, are they hoping that we're going to come off of that smoke that I highlighted at the start of the round? Well, 40 seconds had gone by. That smoke had faded. And it will be the first tactical timeout used by M80. Def, an opportunity for the Brit to get well.
You know what he's going to say? He's going to say, guys, grab your water bottles. Have a sip of your water.
Everyone really likes it when the Brits say water bottle.
Yeah, because we don't do the T if you're from certain parts of the country.
Is it just W-A-T-A, or is there an H on the end?
Water.
Water?
Like, yeah, it's like O and an A. Water.
Water.
Maybe a W-O-R-A. Water.
We'll have to check the official spelling.
Mm-hmm.
As M80 loss bonus is going to allow them to invest a little bit.
Little bit.
Little bit.
And it certainly isn't much, is it? Yeah, okay. In terms of plans, you've got 2 smokes and a Molotov. A whole flashbang for Rek.
Well, speaking of plans, Complexity have double orbs, or the official terminology being dorps. So Elige, poison at the ready with the second.
Look at this, Rek's Sin walking over. So I suspect that they're going to... Well, going to try and investigate, see if there's any A main info for free. But with Halzerg's AWP posted, you're not going to have an easy time getting in. Hard shot, good angle held, and Sin gets away with his life as the AWP is spotted. It was Elige firing off that shot.
Yeah, but the fact that they do have double AWPs against pistols, that's where it could get a little bit more squeamish. But as Deagles are plenty, not to take... That's another missed piece of util.
That was $400 down the Swanning.
Yeah, and a pretty simple molly as well. You don't want to be overly critical, but there's been some clear missed utility so far for M80. Another one, that flash bounced off the wall, maybe wanting to force them back off. Halzerg with some missed shots, but the support's there. Spam from range, JT on the A4. And another easy round for Complexity. Might even keep all 5 alive. Big respect, shout out to the A4 users. Good to see a return to a lot of you.
Yeah, it's the more like civilized option.
The A1, yeah. What are we thinking?
If you're a gentleman,
use the A4.
Use the A4.
Okay, a man of honor.
Yeah.
Well, JT strikes me as exactly that. Well, Complexity, I think they've given over the fact that the double AWPs are in play. How will they respond to the M80 side? Slacks yet to frag. The same with Sin. The 2 Germans would love to make some contributions here. And now that Slacks has his AWP, maybe he can find a head-to-head. Again, another spawn-based T-stairs smoke highlighted by our ops team. Thank you very much, gentlemen. That's always just going to slow down the pace at which you can move with the T-side default. Deep dark smoke in response. But they have to get a bit of a move on. Show some cockiness, M80, as an A dunks on the head of Rek. Pose a threat, because right now it doesn't feel that way anywhere on the map.
He's sticking around for more. He is definitely feeling himself. Feels like they are the better team.
Emboldened to do so there by Floppy's presence. Smoke the door molly, make sure that he can hang around. Supportive element. Look at Floppy, staying mobile, staying active, and gets the space back.
Oh, this is a huge play from Floppy, and he's already softened him up, Rek, with a nade. Oh, looking great. The A anchor finding the opening kill. What a dream. And now as a T side, you feel kind of flustered. You have to make a move, 50 seconds. Your uncertainty grows, and the angle walked into by Slacks. It's quite one. Quite a start for the German AWPer. 0-7. Bomb on the back of Lake. Sin to try and arrive and retake towards the A main.
Feeling like a bit of a damp squib, this one.
Yeah. The dampest.
Yeah, I feel that I would love to see them do something a bit more punchy. Try and get yourself, go for a bit of main aggression. Drop that left side smoke immediately. Molly main, flash in, take a duel. Put them under pressure, because right now you're just trying to default, take map control, and Complexity going, all right.
We know how to handle this.
Yeah, this is, and we don't think you're better than us in any regard. So we will just stand and bang with you in the slowest of occasions. Try and show off a little bit of individual prowess. Take a fight, get stuck in. Don't be hanging out in T-spawn saving a couple of rifles. The scoreline 6-1. This is a best of 1. We might be waving goodbye to an M80 who don't even feel like they've shown up in the building today. It's tough to be critical, obviously, with the roster change coming into things. It is a start, but just not to see any conviction behind any of these plays so far. That's the bit that's the worrying sign. You need to tussle.
I spoke to Sin briefly, just on rehearsals, and he was telling me that they haven't had an awful lot of time to practice.
No, I don't imagine so.
And I imagine for Complexity, you know, this is a team that's been together for a good time now.
Well, Daz discussing Jönköping, right, getting to build off of that coming out of the break.
Just kind of essentially just been putting polish on, as opposed to these guys who are putting some building blocks down. Losing Malbs.
Yeah, it's a problem when you lose your star player, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's probably a laundry list of moves that he would make that you can no longer count on. You know, there's a lot of things like he used to do something here, and
I think
that
it was
was
called
nice.
Malbs Go Kill.
Yeah, we used to do that a lot.
We did that a lot. He was pretty good at that.
Maybe you can try that.
It's a tough one.
I'll tell you what's tough is that Sin and Slacks are the ones that need to be getting themselves a frag. Maybe they need to get a bit more.
It's a sin to not pull up your slacks.
Nice. And it's about time they did pull up their socks at the bare minimum.
The boost with no smoke, I guess it's offering an unusual elevation, and now actually has an opportunity to reap the reward. Lake, how deep is your love? Well,
just so comfortable, wasn't it?
booked.
I know for sure I'd be pretty scared of mid if Elige was over there.
It's so funny that he's picked up the orb early in the game as well. They've just gone, all right, well, we're going to double orb.
Yeah. All they need is Grim and JT to pick up an AK this round, and they have got a very scary Arsenal.
Ooh, sound cue. But they're not even spamming through smokes. There we go. All right, cool.
Found the orb.
Whip some bullets through, at least apply a little bit of pressure, boys. You're just walking into your demise round after round. Grim in the Elige position.
And he's controlled it very well. Commits to the spray. Sin's going to strafe wide. He anticipated with the pre-fire, but Sin gets the best of him.
He's on the board.
It's a start.
Overpass.
I reckon Slacks are going to be rejoined with Sin. I say that as Sin just turns tail and perfectly timed on JT.
Also the bomb spotted in that transition.
I think they're in a spot of bother.
Maybe they need to take another pause and have a sip of their water bottles.
Yeah, I think you're right. Elige the AWPer. Should be set for one here if they even give it a go. And they won't.
Oh, gentlemen, another save. All right, well, 7-1.
Yeah, it's tough, especially on, you know, T-side Anubis. You feel like you're bang on, Chad, in the sense of just doing anything is better than this. Like doing anything together, like you said.
They're trying to play
smoke.
textbook.
Throw that one away.
Throw it out or burn it.
Yeah, let's do playground strats. Let's just go couple of smokes, bang some flashes, just try and hit a heady onto Grim.
Yeah, get
JT.
Boys,
JT's playing B,
yourself.
boys. JT's playing B.
Get Slacks a kill. Or slowly meander across the map into your demise one after the other.
I spoke to the two Sea of the Africans.
Yes.
Together, but both just spent their holidays on safari. I guess that's just a thing you do over there.
In their home country?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Went on a safari. Saw some animals.
Oh, Dr. JT. Here we go, Lake. Pep in the steppers.
And this nade looks like it's bang on the money.
Swallow that one, will you, son?
Oh. That's what Lake's got to work with. It does look like it's a more direct approach, and JT...
Segregated.
Yeah, he's isolated Lake completely from the pack. Very well played from him. Keeps his cool.
Come on in, boys. The water's warm.
Floppy's hunting and fragging. Lovely control of the AK there to find Sin through the smoke as it bloomed. Leaves Slacks' saved AWP with very little options. I think Halzuk's even holding him here, so no way across. Another one of these. Oh, actually.
Circle jump.
Yeah.
Moves.
Got the
Grooving,
camera on
shaking.
his knees. And he's got themselves a frag. Can he get another? Good understanding that Floppy was aggressive towards a main. Now they confirm his location.
Here we go.
Swisher has managed to find him. This is an opportunity now for M80. Swisher with the recovered rifle. Slacks with his first frag of the half. Elige coming in from storage. Grim Cam, JT main, every angle. Good work from Swisher. Gets proactive, finds JT. Upon the fade, 2-on-2. Don't see a kit, which is hard to explain. Slacks finds another, 1-on-1 for Elige. He anticipates main, and there's one right in front of him. And down he goes. Swisher with a high impact round, a triple kill to get the juices flowing and the frags joining. It's going to be 2 for M80. A whole lot more of that.
Okay, maybe lost a little bit of focus there, did Complexity, because so far this half has been all the conversation about them. 7-2, the scoreline now reads, but being able to find themselves in a position to take some jewels from a site for once, M80. They get the job done. Even managed to get the bomb down, so let's see how far can they push the issue. You would love to walk away with 5, considering how this half has started. Double AWPs purchased once more. Nades at the ready. They want to soften up towards this dark position, and there you have it.
That's lovely.
Open
this
kill.
reaggress. Look at this, Elige, Grim. They're both on the warpath.
Get caught.
Deep clear, nice jump up from Swisher, but traded. Grim keeps us at least uncertain as to how this one ends. Advantage has been seized.
Well, could be problematic if Rhett goes down.
Floppy's definitely had his number, and actually, Halzak braving the flames for 50 damage, catches out Slacks to keep us level, and it gets worse if Rhett goes down. A 1 HP discrepancy. Floppy couldn't finish his meal.
It's a fake. Or is it? The bomb on the back, it's on the way over. Sin also investigating this B bomb site. Grim's going to be investigating, or at least communicating the pressure. Halzak having to forego. Assuming that his big green was going to be the scare tactic, but no, they're going to waltz on in. Going to take their time about this 50 seconds. It is an empty bomb site, but they aren't to know. So 2 in a row looking likely. Less Complexity want to give a difficult retake a look in.
Yeah, tough decision to be made there. You know, both of your players have seen util at the same time. It is just, I guess, a bit of a coin toss on that point.
You wonder if because FlyQuest also played, I would probably classify it as looking timid, but I don't think that was essentially the case. I think that their game plan was to take the pace out of the rounds, right? And maybe that could be the same conversation to have for M80, who have had some slower rounds that have unfolded in front of us. And you wonder maybe that's a byproduct of just the best of one, the MR12. You know, hey, we have a couple of fast rounds, we lose them, we're already in the hole. Well, they're still in a hole, but they finally started to dig themselves out. Pistol round and now 2 on the trot. One with some saves and pistol upgrades, and the other with a full rifle round. So that is the best round that they have won yet, and there's still 2 more to be played within this half. We'll start it with the dunk nades.
Yeah, that was really nice. I like this from Halzak. Slacks completely caught off by his bravery. And Sin, yeah, you can see he's just trying to get them amped up. This is a best of 1 elimination. You gotta find a resurgence, and they have, by virtue of that turnaround. Slacks and Swisher bringing home the round, bringing home the bacon.
Becoming costly to continue this double AWP setup, but apparently Complexity, they prioritize it once more, so really getting through the funds. Saving helps. And we also have, well, for all these teams today, right, we've got more matchups to come. The winner of this will take on the winner of the Mongols versus MIBR, which is also currently live in conjunction with this one. Well, Complexity are the ones who maybe want to throw in a little bit of a different flavor now, or do they want to just stick to their guns?
Well, that's an interesting start.
Push.
And that is aggressive from Grim. That's hyper-aggressive, punished by Sin. Comfortable for Complexity. This is uncomfortable.
Well, now, with the man disadvantage, it's going to be harder to try and find one back. You can see that A main aggression stalled out once more by some defensive T-sided utility.
Wow. He's only had 2 frags there, but that frag from Sin has given them a real opportunity for a 7-5 half. Or at least a 4th. However, that's not right. Complexity out of this one. A 2-man mid setup. Putting a lot of pressure onto Halzak, who hasn't even been taking a passing glance at B main.
But again, it's the same conversation about M80 not really having any space. So if it comes down late, they're grouped up and they're able to win out those duels, they should be able to get themselves in towards a site. But they don't have any A main control. They don't have anyone in dark. They have one player deep outside B main. It's mid where the fight's about to go down.
Yeah, and Elige comfortable for the first. Incendiary limits his options, and it Slacks. Good for him on the re-peak. Lake anticipates a second player. Halzak under pressure. Turns away. Clean headshot from Lake. Getting the bomb towards this site.
Didn't hear JT?
Didn't acknowledge it. That's the bomb. Lake's got to hurry up. He's
yeah.
hesitant, and now he's going to lose the bomb. The incendiary forces him into the fight. JT, a huge frag to post with 20 seconds.
Floppy's here as well.
This is uncomfortable now for everyone. To pick up the bomb, Slacks and Swisher with 16 seconds. They have to make the play. They have to make this move. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. The bomb is exposed. You have to take these fights. He grabs it. 7. Defended. 5. Defuse. Oh, sorry. Plant goes down with a second to spare. And now up to Floppy. You know where he was. He's being very loud about this approach. Slacks to close. Wow, what on earth was this round? Starts with Grim jumping out a window, ends with the second guessing of Lake's commitment into the site. JT forcing him into the fight, bomb down with 18 seconds. And they managed to get themselves out of trouble.
Yeah, Elige with the repick there. I think there's a bit of frustration coming in of what are they doing, right? They have a man advantage. We haven't heard or seen anything across the map. That Molly's there. He's trying to pick behind it. Well, there's enough funds in the coffers for Complexity to get a full gun round out for the final round of the half. There will not be the double AWPs, though. Elige now having to rock and roll with the rifle. Maybe that will be the difference maker. Your biggest hitter in the rifling department has been opting to be on the AWP, understandably so on a map like Anubis. Double AWP's very potent. Exchange of util towards mid. The T's just making sure nobody's close on the side of doors. Elige wanting to play ahead with some info. Getting tricky with it. But again, another very slow approach from M80 out the gates. Elige trying to make a play.
It's actually Sin onto Halzak to start us off, and Elige, he brings Slack slow, but it's good hit from the German.
Someone has to investigate. Rek, full liberty right now. You would think to start investigating A main to see if anybody's home. Floppy's left a sign.
Floppy turns his tail at the wrong moment. JT caught holding W. This is a clean to close. M80's fifth. Just a single frag away. Grim, the Bianca last standing. Good process of elimination now as to where he's going to be approaching from. And look at the angle. Lake finds it cleanly. And a 7-5 half. You know what? We talked about it being a recovery in that FlyQuest game, a necessary recovery in a best-of-1 elimination game.
A pistol round 7 on the trot for Complexity, 4 in a row, and now we're going to the half-time before we come back. One of these two teams saying goodbye.
لحظات البداية عاشت معنا. كنا نحسبها وقت للتسلية بس. نحسبها بس ذكريات.
عبود أعطي أختك اليد يا ولد.
ابتكرنا فيها ابتكارات، وإذا بغينا قلبناها خرافات. كنا نحسبها بس لمة وصحبة وسهرات.
انتبه نوب ترى نوب.
لكن كنا نشوف عالم ما حد يشوفه.
ليت يشغل وقته بشيء يفيده.
الله عليك على اليد سود.
عالم كبر وعاش فينا. عالم الحماس فيه يوصلك كل مرة لحلم أصعب، بس ما يصعب عليك. بارد معك وين ما تروح.
fighting, and the T side, it's going to be Complexity. We've swapped sides at the half. This is the Resurrection stage, day 2 of the Esports World Cup for Counter-Strike 2, and we're getting it situated. M80, I thought it was all curtains in that first half. The way Complexity came in with that second round win, it looked like it was going to spiral, and it did for a while, but we do see 4 on the trot, putting M80 in a position where this T side, a pistol, I feel like we're going to be saying that a lot here, we could be looking at a full regulation. We could even see some overtime, Chad.
Yeah, I think M80 are the grass-type Pokemon.
Yes.
They went with the watching grass grow strategy in the first half, which would mean that Complexity are water-type, and they just couldn't fight back, Alex. But let's see in the second half if it finds a bit of energy. I'm standing up. I'm going to try and channel it because it was very contained, very caged. But regardless, there is an awful lot on the line.
JT's got a lineup that I'm not familiar with. I'm intrigued.
Well, we call this one Fake B. Go away.
Ah.
But Alex, there's 3 players towards A main. This is a biff.
Yeah, this is a biff. Swisher, he's been looking sharp, and Elige tests him. Floppy goes wide, good for the first. 12 frags from Floppy. He's been looking strong individually. Sin confirms no one committing. The pivot towards B. Is Lake really going to be left on an island here? Oh, he's in a lot of trouble. He is in a world of hurt. Here comes Rec to support, but the bomb will be going down uncontested. Plant for that connector position. And a hard, very hard retake now. Rec's been put low, losing Lake. Good frag from Grim.
Smoking a kid on the retake.
Yeah, sure, but...
Triangular death setup, pillar, as well as the gel position. Going to be tough to break this on the way back in.
It's looking clean. It's looking absolutely pristine. It's 5 staying alive for Complexity. A dream start. Both pistols now. Oh, sorry, I should say, correct myself. We did see M80 take that first pistol. I forgot about it because then they proceeded to lose 7 rounds in a row.
Exactly. So this little play over towards A, they sell the util at the B side, expecting A main aggression, and they're able to actually just go head-to-head with them in that duel. I wasn't certain exactly what the play was, but then being able to pivot back towards B with a second layering of utility. You saw the left side smoke, the flash in, they swarmed through multiple angles and picked it up with ease. Now M80 essentially putting the game on the line with this CT side force buy. You ever seen this many 5-7s in your life?
I was just thinking the same thing. That's 5 5-7s. It's the most 5-7s you can have. Got a single deagle.
A nade.
Chip damage though.
Up.
Good start.
Strong arm, but mid space still taken. How's it with a flash at the ready to pop up and over those doors? Well, they're making no secret of the mid presence are Complexity. They still have the bomb on the back over towards B.
So this looks like it's essentially just make sure that they can't be getting mid-info early, and then we go B as 5.
The thing is, if you take mid control, it's more likely you're going to split A than B.
Mm-hmm.
There's still 3 players to defend the B bomb side. M80, these 5-7s, they better pack a punch.
This is straight up a page of the strat book. Let's see if it works out for them. Do they have to respect that smoke? Doesn't look like it's going to be too fun to commit through it. There is actually a full line of smokes now. Elige good for 1, but those 5-7s are fragging. Dangerous pistol in the right hand. Halzak good for 1 back. Floppy into the site. Will slow things down as the A rotations come through. Rec and Slacks making their way, but obscured by the smoke. Won't be able to find anything through Temple.
Well, they can use these smokes their own to try and close down a couple of the choke points. One towards B main might be handy. The other over towards Dark if they get the space. But still going to be very tough against the rifles.
Yeah, looks like it's locked down here. Floppy, the contingency. Halzak and Elige holding it down. Yeah, trying to get away. Looks like his fate's sealed though. Halzak confirms it. And as you said, you know, the game kind of riding on these second round force buys with the best of 1. It is just so unforgiving.
Well, we'll use this eco that we're likely to see from M80 to have a quick little look at what's going on in the Mongols versus MIBR game. But if you're a Brazilian Counter-Strike fan, it's not too pretty right now. You did ask me before we started the best of 1, so I thought would be the favorites, and I would have said Complexity and Mongols if they were going to clash in the final for the Resurrection stage. The 2 are going to have to tussle in the next round of play. Sashi versus Furia on the other side of things, and an onslaught of nades.
That's
that
nice
one.
Way to open up the B site. Now they did stack it. Perhaps they're going to overlook Swisher towards this jail position, and Sin's the only one to get a little summit. $300 is all he leaves that round with. I love this. I wish we just had a Jason Lake.
Permanent Jason Lake.
Yeah.
Maybe we could see if we could get him up here in the commentary booth, and he could sit over there. That way it'd be nice and loud for everybody.
Yeah, perfect.
Owner Pixel fans in the building.
Look at that, worldwide. Mr. Worldwide.
I love this though. These deep nades off the pillar, especially against the lighter buys, always a great way to soften up and then follow through, because it stops that player from really wanting to swing on low HP if they're trying to clamp down. Here we go, aggression. Oh, Lake wants to break it. Thought he was just going to push through. Going to clear the way for Slax's EWP.
Yeah, I mean, threatening aggression from multiple fronts, but no commitment from either of them. Completely abandoned middle, hoping the smoke will keep the T's at bay, and they do seem to be respecting it.
That's the thing, because you were disallowed your aggressive maneuver, you didn't catch anything. Do you just sit and wait? You're going to have to re-aggress at some point. B main, probably the most likely port of call. You have to see if these extremities are softened up. You can see Lake's position to deal with that. He's got the support of Slax's AWP. But the ruckus is being kicked up in middle right now, again by this JT and Elige combo. Hoping for the CT reaction, losing this real estate. They're holding on to Molotovs. They've also got some smoke still in their hands, so looking to block with this. Complexity are going to need to be a bit more threatening shortly. Otherwise, they'll be locked out by grey screens, and they've only got one HE in the back pocket of Floppy to try and break late. Oh, that changes the dynamic. A camera smoke, this B defense, they have to fight.
Oh. These gets traded. Clean headshot though onto the first on Swisher.
They're in a box.
Yeah, and Elige is just here to really tighten the noose.
20 seconds, Alex.
Do you need to hurry up? Elige confirms they must just be trapped towards the connector. If they don't find this frag soon, and they haven't, Lake gets one back. The smoke is integral. 9 seconds. If that shot had hit, it would have been curtains. Bomb is going to go down uncontested now. Good work from JT. Needs to go for the reload. There is a B main push coming through. Maybe this gets awkward. Sin, a real opportunity here, but he's taking his sweet time. Lake onto Halzok through the smoke. No.
Oh, no!
No, Sin! That's a real punished frag. How has that gone wrong? How has that slipped through his fingers and the round falls apart because of it? That is a screamer.
That's more than a gut punch there. That was their way back into the round. I'm not sure exactly how Halzok went down. He must have been trying to linger, get some space behind that smoke. He felt like a freebie of a kill. That really enabled the way back in. But JT, someone smiling down upon him today. You could see, obviously difficult to track the movement of a player when they're not expecting you. They're not swinging and looking for that fight. But this just, oh dear, ducks under the shots and Sin. Oh no.
Yeah, no, that's one of those rounds that's going to be very hard to forget. He'll be thinking about that one tonight.
If you close, yeah, when you close your eyes tonight, that's all you're going to see.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to be replaying it
on repeat
over and over and over again. An absolute sinner right there, right for the taking.
I mean, you know, we're not making excuses for him, but it is a very apt observation you made about them. When the opponent isn't looking for you, when they're not peeking into you, it's much harder to kind of get that tracking clean. But yeah, either way, I think Sin knows he should have had that one. Oh, that's something back. Sin has actually provided an opening.
All right, well, if you can make up for the misstep in the previous, an opportunity for M80 to get on the round within their second half of play. Did feel like a bit of a damp squib within the first half, and then we saw the M80 get ignited. Hasn't really been fireworks as far as the type of Counter-Strike that we've seen.
We get this head-to-head on the other side now, Rek and Floppy. Floppy seems to have the better of him, but on the CT side, Rek,
bomb in their hands,
with Slax's help, has found a very lovely double. Round-defining double. As all that remains is Grim. A lot of the space has been taken. Even Lake's joining the party. They know they've got the bomb. Why not? Bolster the defense. You got one up Rugs, one towards Boat, and Rek oversteps. Felt a little unnecessary, but Grim, though he is sharp, I'm not sure a 1v5 is on the menu with 45 and the bomb under Slax's nose.
Well, this is the thing. There's money on Halzok, JT, as well as Elige. So Grim could be considering the save. Sure, it's going to help them out a little bit, but I think damage would have been a little bit better going forward. Regardless, he will get it ripped away on a bit of a timing there. So M80, after the fumble of the previous, they get the MP9s in their hands. Sin goes aggressive towards middle, finds the first, the exchange over towards A main, bomb dropped into enemy's hands. The desk was discussing Halzok now that everything's sorted as far as his contract. Maybe it might free him up a little bit. You don't want to see the Halzok frustrations in the first tournament coming back from the break. We know he loves a good leg punch.
Let his thigh heal fully.
Yeah. 4 weeks, rehab.
Poor guy, after a bad game, I think he walks with a limp. And nice this, you want some B main aggression, you've got it. They've actually selected to boost. And it's an angle that was hard to pre-aim, but it's profitable for Lake. How has he done that? That must have been the last bullet in the mag. Finds Grim and Elise. That's two of the hardest hitters of Complexity down early. That's opening kills for M80. Back-to-back rounds.
You can see Lake looks much more comfortable today. Obviously, his first game of this level like yesterday against Vitality.
How do you not get kind of consumed by that?
Exactly. You're having a tough go of things, and understandably. Now this is a whole lot more familiar territory. Players that you'll have played against, names that you know. When you know them, well, you don't. You're afraid of them.
Floppy. Oh, he's a beast, isn't he? Not ready for a second so quick. Sin doubles up. Secures the round, JT. The smoke will facilitate a retrieval of the bomb. I say that. Bricks needs to be cleared.
It's not a scary looking X-ray.
To do, yeah, look at that. 3 players around this pillar. Yeah, I'm going to give him a bit of a fight. JT gets in. No damage inflicted. JT's scary in the clutch. We know he can have those crazy impact rounds. But it doesn't seem that round 18 was going to be his day.
Okay, well, maybe we need to buy M80 some alarm clocks. You know, the late starters.
Yeah.
But when they start, Alex, they're ferocious.
Oh, they've rolled out of bed right now.
The sleep out of the eyes. Well, they've only got 2 CC-sided rounds. Maybe I'll wait until... Oh, no, it's an eco. So, dude... Well,
Call it 3, you know.
Hold on a second.
And they've only, you know, found these openings through different ports. It was towards the A main side here, and previously Sin towards middle.
Roger.
We saw Lake charging up towards B main. That was all lovely.
All right, well, there's Eagles now sounding off. M80 have a very good idea of what is on the other side. Swisher was the other heavy hitter of M80 alongside of Malbs. So if he gets activated late into this piece, Lake's definitely had quite a few impact rounds with multi-kills sitting at the top of the scoreboard for his team on 14.
I like this. This is something we can all do at home.
The Complexity conga line.
Yeah. Just having a nice little walk through the map together. Stronger together.
Also testing if your teammates are releasing crouch at the right time, not or giving away any sound cues.
Well, all Lake can say is he owned me.
Well, they've done a really good job, M80, of not feeling any threats and holding on to the util. Look at the amount of nades that you have left at 50 seconds of the round now to block, now to stall, now to get that crowd control.
Yeah, good awareness of their opponent's economy. Oh, Rek, that's a bit of a fumble. And now he's going to get caught off guard, does well to adjust for 2. Yeah, that was a little bit of a window of opportunity for Cole. They tried to leap and punish, but well handled from Rek, considering the situation. And it's going to be closed down. Still 2 kills from Cole, an 8th round for M80.
All right, now just a 3-round game. So working their way back into things. Rifles to be invested by Complexity, but before they get back underway, TC wanting to take a tactical timeout and have a conversation. Lads, we're lacking the AWP. It's going to make certain points of progress a little bit different in your protocols. You won't just be able to have Halzok post up towards the T-stairs, AWPing in towards the connector. Can't just go for that pick towards middle over towards the door side. Slacks is the one who is going to have side being able to take a jewel or 2. A few key pieces of utility lacking as well. They only have 2 Molotovs on the T side. So if they're hoping to go for the mid control with the doors and window double mollies for mid space, then that means they won't have anything left if they want to go for platform on B, or they want to head in towards the A side and clear out Fountain or clear out backside. Molotov towards Brick. So you have to just think your JT, your TC, you're trying to piece together what the round finish is going to look like. You need to keep these things in the back of your mind. Where do we want to pressure first? Where do we want to finish?
You probably can't afford to do double molly mid if you want to be using those mollies for your finish.
Exactly. Are we expecting aggression, right? How are we going to open the round? You think about all the areas on this map where you would love to have those Molotovs. When you're grabbing A main control, you do the standard smoke, and then you do the molly towards the basket position, as you're about to see demonstrated here from Floppy.
Floppy sees that as an invitation. And yeah, Slack's unable to punish that, just over the flame.
I like that from Floppy though. Sees the miss throw it, knows that he can peek behind it, subverting that expectation and almost catching Slacks off guard. It gives the information across to JT to try and piece this one together. Where do we want to apply pressure? Where is the AWP currently not residing? And an exchange of smokes again, so the U2 war's continuing for both of these teams. And I did say I thought maybe we'd get something a bit more punchy out of Complexity on their T side, but they're more than happy to go through the paces. It just feels like there's more intent if given the option. Great flash, great clear, Lake. Almost.
Nice team play, Swisher setting up Lake for success. Even Elish now has taken a bit of flak damage. That's 28 points of health for him.
Finishing the round with just flashes as well now, Complexity, 40 seconds.
Very uncomfortable considering how disconnected Floppy is from these three. And you've only got 35 seconds. You know, the question is are you going to join us, or are you going to try and get some sort of flank cooking? What are we doing?
Are we saving?
That's the question.
Oh dear, this is really getting away from Complexity now. Still with the lead, sure. Haven't had a plan in the last 3 rounds. Is it going to be 4 on the trot?
Change their mind. Oh, have they? Okay, this is it reeks of indecision.
But Alex, take a look at the residual cash remaining for Halzok, Grim, Floppy, and Elish. They have 2 flashbangs between Halzok and Grim. They're going to get no loss bonus. JT is the only one who gets the cash injection to have any utility, which means at most they can have 4 more pieces of utility. So I'd start making some noise if I was on M80. The fact that you have the resilience after winning the pistol, losing the force, losing 7 in a row, breaking back in, and we know that Complexity are one of these teams who they always have a bit of a face. Looks like they've been slapped around a bit, not always having the best of days. And now you're just 2 rounds away. JT will force buy. He will get that utility in behind the saved rifles. It is max loss bonus now in play for Complexity. M80, if they win this round, they have an opportunity to tie things up at legs 11.
Man, MR12. It's a scary world for both teams.
But Slack's just poking his head out main there. Only sees 1. Not too much of a B threat. M80, they're the ones starting to feel themselves as far as these exchanges are concerned.
Anubis CT side confirmed.
And we didn't even mention Sin with the Mare on the retake. The 3v4 number advantage for M80. The chance for them to win that round. They bounce back with MP9s. They've done it with less. And now they're in the driver's seat.
And they can't stop thinking about that utility. We just watched a round where Complexity didn't have enough nades for what they wanted and capitulated into a save. Now, we could be on track for something similar. They're testing A, though. They're going to need a flash for him. Rek wisely backing away just as the flash comes in. And reaggress with the flash of their own. Floppy puts his head in the vice. Team play. Good awareness from Rek as well.
And the follow-through just not possible for Complexity because they're still disjointed. Elish searching now.
Yeah, this is big from Elish. Lake's not ready for this. He's got his nade in his hands. And a free frag for Elish. Swisher has his nades out. Oh, how does Elish not double up there?
Ollied off. They're delayed. Rotation on the way.
Swisher has to make a huge play here.
Oh!
Coming in, they're exposed and spammed on down. JT does clear out Swisher, but look at the damage onto Halzok and JT. We need Halzok to hit the headies, and he's only gotten the 1. 2v2 on. Rek braves the nade, hits down JT, puts it all onto Grim. He's got the health for this. This is what Grim is on the roster for. Can he close? The 1 versus 2. He's sharp, this guy. Slacks with a York, likely to clear this angle, and exposed through the brickwork. It is going to be another M80 round, and what looked like it was going to be a walk in the park for Complexity has been disrupted.
Oh, getting tough. A massive round for Rek. The initial fight, right? You saw the flash work, double flash in towards main from Complexity. They have the 3rd, the trump card. Steps out, gets the frag. You think, Elish, he's found a way. How does he not get this kill? He's going to be kicking himself. Not showing too many frustrations, but knowing that he should have had that kill. We've had a couple go by the wayside as Sinnan's going to let out a cheer. Just 1 round the difference. The bomb going down has facilitated a buy again for Complexity, but it's getting ropey.
This looks like something different.
Playing with JT, pace.
He's feeling the same thing. We've got to do something different on the Monacy line. Hoping to catch any info. Slack's yet to rotate through mid. There's actually just Sin jiggling from stairs.
They are giving them a lot of space in middle, but if they're just hoping to block with the util, M80 doing a great job of holding on to it. Take a look again. Still plenty of smokes, Molotovs, and a big rotation. They're going to clear mid out. 4 bodies encroaching on middle.
Could be the end of JT and Elige if they play this right. A doors flash would book Elige. Walking through it. Nice work, Elige looking for the multi-kill late, good for the trade. JT keeps the advantage in Complexity's favor. This is a big round, round 22. Elimination at stake. Grim and JT and Floppy and Hauser. Rek looks like he's about to be put into a real hurt locker.
He's got to pick an option here. He knows he's open.
Sides.
Good block. They're going to have to come through.
Cams, he can hold it safely, not exposed towards the main crawl.
On his own, Alex, an absolute island for Rek.
Trouble. He is in so much trouble. Finds a little bit of a safe haven. Good for the first. Can't quite muster a second as they take the site. And the bomb goes down. Swisher and Slacks have got a very difficult retake ahead of them. Floppy, he knows these angles very well. Pre-game is perfect. Opts for a more tradable position. Bait, hopes Hauser can support him here and forced away, frags in.
1v1.
It's another, it's a 1v1. He's got time for this. Just gonna have to go wide towards the cake position at the right time.
Oh!
Yes, a shot out of Slacks! Unbelievable! An 11th comes through. It was a 2v3. You had the man advantage. Oh dear.
Slack started 0-7 within this game.
What a shot that was.
And to tie things up, 11-11, massive shot from Slacks. They fumble over towards A main. The trade's going in favor of M80 and then Slacks. The bomb down, time against him. Hits an absolute banger. Check this one out. Flick of the wrist, Grim goes down. And we're all tied up.
Look at the energy on the M80 side of the stage. Rex just looking at the coach saying, you seeing this? Are you seeing this? 11-11 tactical timeout. Yes, please. And yeah, I mean, I know Allegiance looked like he's keeping his cool. But I mean, disbelief, to describe his reaction in one word, disbelief. Was that a fake flash or was that just a very quick turn from Floppy's POV to get that fight?
Oh, in main?
Yeah.
I think he shot accidentally.
Okay. Just a random bullet and it all kind of toppled and got chaotic.
Everything just kicked off from that point. Well, the guns are back out. Remember, we said Max lost bonus. Bomb goes down again. Complexity at least being able to get the rifles in the hands. One of these teams will be securing at least overtime.
Swisher, he's looking at his mini-map a lot here. A very committed position. His teammate smoked off. He's the early warning signal. Puffing up their chest. Will they overlook this? They will! Completely distracted by the throw of the nade. Is looking good. JT, however, keeps it interesting. Aggressive as Sin. Forced into the fight. Still takes down JT. A double kill from him. And Halzerk to try and fend off a 12th round for his adversary.
Bring around the Rosie.
Good awareness, good frag. Halzerk in this clutch. Half health to work with, doesn't matter against the AWP. Can he find Slacks? Is Slacks still looking hot? Missed shot, just, but not, can't find Rek. And I can't believe I'm saying it, but M80 with match point. M80 with match point.
7 in a row of their own. And Lake, within the first half, he was definitely finding some impact. He's up to 17 kills now. I think Rek's been good on the CT side over towards A. Slacks obviously in the clutch. Sin not letting his mare get in his head. The German in-game leader being able to get back in the game, get the opening kill of the next round, and that time Complexity. They didn't get the bomb down. It's Galil's aplenty. We might be seeing Complexity waving goodbye to the EWC first round of the Resurrection bracket.
Front runners for the Resurrection run. And it looked like it was going that way. But M80, they have shown they are here to fight. Does it really end in regulation, though? Complexity, seasoned veterans under pressure. Imagine the level of focus M80 find themselves in here. Comms tight. Mid lost. Chip damage on towards 2 of them towards main. Slacks in support on the A site. Elige and Grim, this powerful duo, finding themselves holding out for an overstep from Sin. And Slacks has missed it. That's a problem. Nice work from Rek to rectify.
Good trade.
One. Rek again, holding his nerve on the A site. This, we've been here before. A 2 versus 3 on the A site. Surely it can't happen again.
Oh, Slack's not alive for a flicky little clutch. Oh!
That's a lot of damage. Actually does significant damage to 2 of them. Lake, new addition. If you can find JT, this gets uncomfortable for Complexity. And he can't just put on 5 HP. JT good for it on the Galil. Swisher swings on through, and it is overtime. Complexity survive.
Oh, we're going to be wiping sweat off the brow with that one. Feeling they should have got this done within regulation. Now they have the extra rounds, the bonus rounds, and the pressure's still on. So they break the streak of M80 short. They tie things up. We find ourselves at 12-12. The cash injection into the back pocket. But I would love to see Complexity playing a bit more direct like we saw in the last stretch. Right? Because both these teams on the T side, they've been quite timid, somewhat scared, playing out these rounds, expecting a lot of CT aggression, hoping they would make some mistakes.
How's aggression for you? How's that? Hauser gets a freebie.
That's when Hauser starts playing his best CS, though. When he's feeling it, going for the fights, it's tough to always manifest that. You're not always going to be on your A game. But he's an integral component of finding opening kills, and that's a brilliant one early.
Yeah, and they can keep this simple if they want to.
Surely you've identified the way M80 are playing. They're not playing on mid. They're so turtle. They play sites. You can take mid from them every single time. So that lurk, that late component, using it to try and put a bit of pressure on. This time around, they've foregone completely. The fact they found the opening, expecting a response from M80. Here it comes.
JT's got his nades out. Quick adjustment from Rek, but he doesn't finish off JT. Yeah, that's
he's screaming. He's seen everybody.
Boys, B is open. Oh, it's awkward. Grim should have them both here. Lake's trying to commit to the spray, puts 2 of them on notice. But the B site is lost. A 2v4 is asking an awful lot. Sin. Loud. Advancing into the position. It's Halzak. He's managing to find a second hit. Not only the opener, but seems it may be the closer as well. Rek, heading T spawn. Alicia's heard him. And closes with style, willing to take the fight.
We need a bit more of that from Halzak, right? The fact that he went straight for that fight, just was ready for a B swing, gets the opening kill. He can find the confidence. It's not too late. It's never too late. And this was it, easy as you like. Slacks wasn't even pre-aiming that. He was expecting a player to be standard, default, passive. Think about how many times they've been targeting over towards middle. If you can isolate an extremity player, you can have one person over towards B, likely one person over towards A. Early mollies towards mid yet again. This time smoke window, and they're going to push. They're going to fight. Sin's coming through.
Flash is good. Oh, covered by Alicia. And they're, Rek empty-handed. Haven't said that once this half. They're trying to pick up the pace towards the A side. Fortunately, Slacks is in the right place for one. Oh no, the flash did connect, but Halzak
Go again.
Gets away. Now they can park Grim in mid. Lake's done well to catch a leash there. That's going to be a frustrating one. Swish is going to overlook this. Oh, and Grim, he wasn't even ready for the fight. Still takes it. Lake's already been noted. Got the kill towards T-stairs and still finds himself there.
Yeah, how quick they go through the cache, especially somebody like Slacks buying back-to-back orbs. So if Lake holds onto this, can drop one into the next, but they need to walk away with something on this CT side to go from having so many consecutive rounds now to nothing in overtime, where it tends to matter a bit more.
I mean, I like the call so far out of this overtime T side out of JT.
You can see the call from Sin as well. When the chips were down within that the second half, after they lost that retake on the B-bomb site where it felt like he should have had that kill, he initiated the next round with aggression towards middle. So going back to some comfort that ignited the engine, probably feeling, hey, we need a bit of that now that we're in overtime. But Elige had no problems whatsoever dealing with that, felt ready for it, and saw it coming from a mile away. As we mentioned, traditionally, you haven't seen M80 playing middle too much. They've been a bit more on the extremities, turtling up towards the side. This time they bring the fight, and you'll catch that opener just waltzing through the smoke, Elige not being caught off again. So thinking, hey, maybe this type of play is on the menu. And sure, you're going to have some frustrations if you're Complexity. You're likely going to know that, yeah, well, hey, look, there's an Elige jump scare. You get one or two of those a game. Using their one and only tactical timeout is def. You get one in each little row of OT, so he's expended his. And is it enough to get them 1 round on the board on the CT side? Slacks has been gifted an AWP to try and finish things off.
Yeah, overrun wreck in the last. What is Complexity's call to get this clean sheet on their T side? Deep connector smoke. Liege with a fast spawn could try and make a run at it. Instead, they're posturing to go A again. JT's going to be keeping the pressure on B with some util. Responsible for middle. Contact. JT gone early. Wreck in trouble.
Thought maybe they disrespect that, considering they caught him off guard. You know, an extinguish and a go.
Yeah, Grim's activating as well through mid. There's a lot of pressure here. Good work from Slacks. Catches Elise trying to wrap the smoke. Good work, however, back. Sin swings out of temple, loses his head. Grim from camera side. This is a lot of pressure onto Rek and Slacks. They are in so much trouble. Good tracking, good shots. It's only Grim.
It's the ace.
An ace clutch demanded of the North American. Swisher, he's not expecting this one. He's not ready for this at all, Grim.
Runway to go wherever he wants.
The jewels. Oh, gets the info, gets away. Lake has hit the tag. The nade could find him. Repositions. Lake gonna swing this, just bringing the fight, trying to isolate, and Lake denies. The perfect round from Grim. Just one frag away, but they will post something to hold on to into the second half of play.
Well, Lake's happy with that, big smile on his face, and he had to run him down there because if Grim had gotten away, made it through camera, could have got over towards the other bomb site, could have played mind games with him. Grim with a good timing on this.
Nice.
Bit of a double up, but everybody was already down at this point. Ruddy hasn't pieced together exactly where Lake's coming from. If he had an inkling, had an idea, could have already been hightailing it. But important, a very important round. They made to get something done on their CT side as we flip back over. Halzerk, he wanted to fight, looks like it.
Oh, Sin. He's gone away with that. JT, double trouble. Slacks keeps us level.
And Floppy with an AUG, you don't see this every day of the week.
Yeah, good once a half. That deep angle, Grim gets away with murder onto Swisher. Punish from Lake is on its way. It's imminent. Grim's got a good idea as he slipped towards the jail side. Oh, no.
Elish?
Oh, no. Elish is completely lacking. No communication. 2 of them down. Lake, the impact round.
Grim looked aware that that was a possibility. So the fact that Elish has come in, just so laser focused, not ready for that possibility.
Floppy, that all off you got. Absolutely nothing at the hand of Lake. A triple kill. Came in quietly into the EWC, but this is his survival, and he's fighting for it.
That's great to see this level of performance, right? Obviously up against a team he's much more comfortable with, and you can see there's one team coming into this matchup that's the favorite. The other one is swinging for the fences. Not a whole lot of time together since Malbs.
Yeah, Grim definitely saw that guy crossing.
But whether, you know, he knew. Why is Elish freaking out there, surely? It maybe wasn't communicated. Grim's under a lot of pressure. Either way, Grim was clearly aware that that was a possibility. One team fired up, the other one falling apart. TC, you're going to have to pull them together now. Whatever the rousing speech is, listen, boys.
Oh, yeah, it looks like, I mean, your skin's getting all prickly. Your palms are getting extra sweaty.
Oh, you know that the mood in the camp ain't that good.
I'm sure. A couple of choice words in the team chat. All to play for. But M80 have shown they're not going down without a fight here. Best foot forward now from Cole. Has to be. Slack search in middle.
We don't see that double Elish orb now, do we? It was a mainstay of that first half. Miss smoke.
Lake slip in the gap. Elish.
He thinks they're respecting the smoke, but the smoke's bad.
Gives him a sound cue. An opportunity slips away. Elish under scrutiny though. Good to get away. Incendiary available to delay. Smoked off main. Can't crunch as they perhaps wanted to. The bomb is not with them. They're not necessarily looking for a commitment just yet. More so just to deny the CT space. And they certainly have done so. You can feel Grim pulled over from B towards this mid side.
Flax's chance.
Oh, commits to the spray. Lake puts Grim on 8. Swung, Flax is a dead man, looking very good here for a cold round. However, Elige flashed off. Rek can get across, and it's a shot. Can't finish off Floppy. They are low. Sin and Swisher. Piece this together. Nade onto Floppy's good enough. Oh, the double nade. They both connect in unison. Explosive synchronicity to put it all onto JT. We haven't had that classic JT impact clutch. Is this the one? He's got the kit. Swisher's found a nice safe haven towards heaven. Jiggle out on timing. JT overlooking the angle. Should be set for success. It's 15 first for M80.
They're here again. They did it in regulation, won that race to 12. And now again, you start off overtime, they're struggling to get going. They bounce back. Lake with the clutch against Grim, and then Lake with the impact over on that T side. These nades, these holy hand grenades just landing, doing absolute damage to Complexity, who have to hold on yet again.
I'm stressed.
Oh, it's hot in the desert, but Complexity are the ones melting down.
Okay.
And you can tell M80, as the game has gone on, have started to look more and more comfortable. The T-side in overtime has, again, been a bit more direct. It felt like they've had a better understanding of what they want to do. Now we're going back to slow and steady protocols. JT full committed. That Singe will have been heard.
Yeah, Sin's actually reacting to that info with a recede.
Be main push.
Slips out.
How's it splashing?
Grim and JT are on their way. Swisher, what have you got for us? Slacks in support. Forced off the angle, exposed,
no.
Can't get away. Good from Swisher for one, not quite the second. Grim has seized the advantage for his boys. Again, for survival.
I like this from Lake. Has to make a play.
Elige can't find him. He's going to overlook him. Floppy's holding the smoke, but just turns away. The timing, it favors Lake now. Elige, completely unaware on the other side of the door.
Might be cleared. This is a free kill.
There is an opportunity here, and it's a freebie. Will not be ready for Elige. Elige will get a freebie back. Into the back.
Still questions. The map's just opened up significantly. Oh, Elige looking to close it. Do we go again?
Sin and Reg to solve this puzzle together. Smoke available to obscure Elige's angle, but ahead of it, ooh, doesn't choose to take the engagement. Utility now dropped. Good damage onto Elige with their HE. They're making best use of their nades now. It's time to fight. The bullets connect from Sin. Oh dear! It all falls to Floppy, or Complexity, are down and out at the hands of M80. Commits to the spray. Can he take them both? No, they can't! And M80 sending Complexity home. Day 2 of EWC.
The tenacity from M80 to stay in that game. 7-1 down after the pistol victory. Some clutches to remember, and that's one to get the boys fired up. A win with Lake in the jersey. Didn't start how they had hoped yesterday, but M80, that's a victory. That's a big victory.
That's a confidence booster. No